Well, guys, it finally happened. So, people who follow the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter already knew about this ahead of time. And I even posted it on my Twitter. I retweeted. I was like, it's about fucking time that we got an announcement. We actually got something, concrete, not leaks, not seeing something on some weirdo European website. Oh, there seems to be a listing for Sonic Colors, and we all guess like idiots, and act like goofballs. Oh, this is confirmed. Meanwhile, Sega and Sonic Team have been quiet. And, you never seen this before where Sonic hasn't had like a mainline game since 2017. And people were very unhappy with Sonic Forces. I talked about Sonic Forces a while ago here on this channel. When I said like, where's the 30th anniversary news? And I made that video in late 2020, and I was saying, I get it, there's a pandemic and everything, but all these other game studios, it hasn't slowed down their production of games or their development of games, but for some reason, it's taken this long for them to finally tell us that we're getting an HD remake of Sonic Colors. And I did a video about this 2 months ago. And I get like they want to do it really close to E3 because E3 is just like a few weeks away basically. And I like how they tell you in the video, guys, there's more to come, because like they knew that like they were a little bit light on the information. So they're still clinging to that like E3. And I get it. I remember looking through Game Informer like in the year 2000, seeing E3, how awesome it was, and all these different celebrities and wrestlers, they all show up, musicians at E3, and it was like this huge event. And the funny thing is, it didn't really feel over corporatized, like, the Game Awards, like how lame that is and how corporate, and it just basically feels like an Oscar version of video games. And some people might think like that's a dream come true, because you would probably never expect that, like back when video games were first introduced. But people are happy with that, so they're saving it for E3. So they start off and they start telling us about some stuff about what Sonic is going to appear in. They're going to have this Olympics game, Tokyo 2020, and you could play as like Sonic, but it's like a guy dressed up as Sonic. There's a hospital game where you could play as Sonic characters, and it's like, this is all stuff that I'm never going to play. They showed some of the mobile stuff for Sonic Dash. I guess people still play that. I played that on my phone. I'm like, I'm not into this. It might be Sonic, but mobile games are very lame. I mean, some are okay, but Sonic Dash, there's so many other great Sonic games. I'd rather just go back and play some of the old ones. But finally we get to Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is the HD remake, and it looks very good. As you would expect, it looks all polished up. It looks like the game is running well, and they said there's more details on this. I'm really hoping that they at least add some new levels. Like, I don't want an exact port of this game, because the thing is, like, this game is not really that old. I talked about this. This is not really the remake that I thought that we needed. I was playing it. It still feels very modern. Yeah, I talked about it when the news leaked, online. And you can even see, I'm even showing some footage here of the game here, the original Sonic Colors, and it still looks awesome. I recorded the footage. It may not look the best. I'm playing this on the Wii, and it is using an HD converter that's made for the Wii, but it still doesn't look crystal clear. It does, but this is going to be, like how we want it. I'm probably going to get this for the Switch. That's where I usually get games when I have a choice, even though I have an Xbox One. Xbox One might be graphically superior, but this always just feels like a game that needs to be on my Switch, so that's where I'm going to go with this one. And we're also going to get a new Sonic collection, and they've told us we're going to get Sonic 1, 2, 3, Yes, we're getting 3 again. 3. I hope that they got the music all sorted out. But then again, you know, it's not a big deal if we get some of that PC music, which was actually intended to be the original music in the game. As we saw with the prototype that was released a few years back. And then we've got this. And the other thing, what I have to say before we move on about this collection, we got Sonic CD also. I have to throw that in there. That's what they showed. So there's 4 games on here. Now 1 and 2, they are going to be widescreen. So these look like they're the mobile ports. I hope to God that they're the mobile ports, because these are mobile ports that have existed for almost a decade now. And the fact that they have not been made available on a console is truly criminal. And they've released these games several times since then. And they still haven't released the mobile ports, which is just kind of maddening to me. Because Sega has access to these mobile ports. So they could re-release these and port them over anytime they want. But Sonic CD, I mean, this is something that you could get basically anywhere. If you have an Xbox, if you have any PlayStation, you just can't get it on the Switch. So that's where you could kind of see where you would want Sonic CD to be on the collection. But if that's all we're getting, that's cheap as fuck, and they need to do more. I put this on Twitter because I was really excited. They need to buckle down here. And this is the 30th anniversary, and I hope this releases during 2021, because we're going to talk about a game that was involved in this Sonic Central video presentation that is not going to be released this year. And we knew that that was going to be a thing, because we heard little rumblings that there's going to be some game that's going to not go as planned. It's going to, you know, it's going to exceed the time frame that was originally planned. So we've got the Sonic collection here, and there's nothing else being talked about. Now I know they said, you know, there's more to come, so I hope at E3 that they tell us, you gotta put more on here, guys. Get those Game Gear games back out. Give us the Master version, the Master System versions of those games, as a matter of fact. How about, as I also said on Twitter, how about giving us the Sonic Rush games? How about giving us the Sonic Advance games? How about throwing in some other games like Sonic Rivals, games that didn't get attention because they were on handhelds that you may not own, like the PSP. I think that would be a good thing to do for a collection like this. And how, pray tell, have we still not gotten Knuckles Chaotix? Knuckles Chaotix has not been re-released ever since it's been released. It's never been re-released. And chances are you don't own a 32X. Chances are you never owned a 32X. Chances are you probably never played Knuckles Chaotix unless you emulated it. And this was a game that was originally planned for the Sonic Gems collection that was released on the PS2 and the GameCube back in the day. And the thing about this collection is that it never ended up having Knuckles Chaotix because they had trouble with the emulation of getting it to run efficiently on those consoles. So, you know, are you telling me in 2021 you still can't figure out a way how to run it on one of these modern day futuristic as hell consoles? No? How the hell are people emulating this on their computers? So that's unacceptable. This collection needs to have more on it. You can't just have 4 games, 5 games if you include Sonic and Knuckles, because they're going to do Sonic 3 and Knuckles, of course. That kind of goes without saying. But 4 games, and if you dare put a $30 price tag or $40 price tag on that, all hell's going to break loose. Anyway, we finished this up with a titleless Sonic game. There's no title to it. They say it right at the end. They do a fake ending like, oh, wait a minute, we got one more thing to go here. And it's a little quick trailer. and it's some really nice, CGI, a cutscene of Sonic running through the woods, and then we get a weird symbol, and then that's it. Now, okay, I get it. This is a teaser. It's right before E3. But if you're going to show us something, why not give us a little bit of gameplay? I get it. You're trying to excite us, but E3 is not that important anymore. I keep saying that. It's just not that important anymore. But anyway, it was nice to see that, they remembered that it was Sonic's 30th anniversary. I don't know. I mean, they really love to just torture people. Also, the other things that they talked about in here is Roger Craig Smith is going to be the voice of Sonic. He's coming back as the voice, even though we found out that he was not going to be the voice anymore just 4 months ago, and now he's back. No explanation. He's just going to continue on as the voice. Okay, and then we also got the announcement that we're going to get a Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps. It's kind of similar to Sonic Mania Adventures. So I'm looking forward to that. It seems to have a very interesting art style. I just don't know why we can't get like some traditional like anime style, kind of like the Sonic OVA. We can't get that classic animation anymore. It's just like not allowed. We can't get like Sonic X animation. It's got to be something weird, something out of the ordinary. But I mean, it looks kind of cool for what it is. I don't know how to really describe this art style, but it looks original, and I'm kind of happy with it. We got a little bit of very scarce information on Sonic Prime, and they were very like weird about explaining this. It's going to take place in the Shatterverse, which sounds like a cool name. The only thing is that like I don't like the overly corporate guy explaining this. He worked on like Ben 10, which is a very successful show. I never really watched Ben 10, so I can't really fairly judge it. But, there's a lot of modern cartoons that I'm not into, which it kind of worries me about this show, because this is a show that's a Sonic show, so I kind of really want to like it. And I like this idea. I like, actually, the one part that he did say that it wasn't just so, like, monotone and robotic, where we're just looking forward to bringing our flavor to the brand. It's almost like he was reading off cue cards. I hate when, like, you're an artist, man. Like, act like one. Explain your vision for the show. Don't just be all monotone and be like, we're just happy to be working on a Sonic project. Come on. Sonic Boom was a really shitty show that just didn't do it for really anybody, except for, like, kids. Longtime fans were really pushed away. And I could have really added to the ratings of the show. Because could you imagine if you got Sonic maniacs such as myself and the others, if they watched that show, they really could have put that show over the top. But I like the thing, some people were kind of making fun of it, Sonic with self-discovery along the way. And people don't understand, but emotions is something that Sonic could do. If you're like kind of laughing at that and being like, they're making it like a drama. Have you ever read the Sonic comics, the Archie comics? I don't know how they are now. I haven't picked up a Sonic comic in a long time. But the Archie comics and the Sonic Sat AM show, those really reached into Sonic, and like this guy could be a character. He just didn't have to always be this sarcastic, snarky, one-liner, fast, speedy little blue hedgehog. He didn't have to be that guy all the time. You could actually elaborate more on the character, and I hope that they do put him in some situations where it's a little bit more than Sonic X. Like, I'm a big fan of Sonic X. I actually told you, I went back not too long ago and I watched the Sonic X anime on Hulu. And, I really enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it gets a bad rap because of Chris. Everyone talks about Chris all the time, but I like Sonic X, and I wouldn't be mad, if we had a little bit of lightheartedness, and that's what I like about the Sonic X. There's some lightheartedness in there that I really like. Even the edited, localized, English censored version, the dub you know, but some Sonic SatAM influence would definitely be much welcomed. And I'm sure those guys have seen this show. You don't just walk into making a Sonic cartoon and not knowing anything about SatAM. Okay? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, it's on Netflix. It's going to be very convenient to watch. So yeah, you know, it's good to see that they're focused on this project. It looks like it will be on time, which is nice for a Sonic project to be. You know, it's nice that they're somewhat on schedule with the 30th anniversary, except for the mainline title. It would have been nice if that could be a 30th anniversary, but of course it will have to be for the 31st anniversary. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell to get all notifications when I post all my new videos. I want to thank all my patrons for your continued support, and thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time.